In my first video about Java Lambda expressions, I said that a Java Lambda expression can only implement a single method interface, meaning an interface with a single method. However, that is not entirely correct. So in this video, I would like to elaborate a little bit more about what the limitations are for implementing interfaces for Java Lambda expressions. The precise rule is that a Java Lambda expression can only implement interfaces that have a single abstract method. And from Java 8, since interfaces can contain both default methods and static methods, that means that the interface can have actually multiple methods, but only one of the methods can be unimplemented. And now have a look at this interface here. This is my interface, a definition that I have here. As you can see, it contains a single method called printed, which has no implementation. And then it contains a default method, which has an implementation, and a static method as well. But it's still possible for a Lambda expression to implement the my interface, even though it contains three methods, because it only contains a single abstract method, meaning a simple unimplemented method, the printed method. And I will show you how to implement this interface with a Java Lambda expression in just a second. But first I need to jump back into the example class here, and then I can show you. I declare it like this, my interface, just like I would with any other Lambda expression. And then I would simply say, as you can see, printed takes a single parameter, a string parameter, so I will do like this, and then simply print it out right like this. So now I have implemented the my interface with a Lambda, and I can call it like this. And we can also try to run this example, and then we can see that we get the expected output. As you can see down here, it actually prints out hello world. So here's an example of a Lambda expression that implements an interface with three methods in it, but only one of the methods is abstract. So, and that is the method that this Lambda expression is implementing. Notice that even though the Lambda expression only implements one method, I still have all the methods in the interface available, because these are default and static methods. So look at this, or actually not the static method, but the default interface is there. Look at this, my interface. This is the default method, and so I can print this, and then it says to an output stream, so I will give it a new file, output stream. And as you can see, I have just added up here an IO exception to the method here, so I don't have to catch the method. You shouldn't do this in reality. This is just something I do to make the example shorter. So now I run it, and look what happens. I still get this printed out to the console from this line, from this call here. And look at what happens here. Hello file was printed into this data.txt file, right? So even though the Lambda expression is only implementing the one abstract method in the interface, I still have access to the default methods as well. Access to the static method has to happen through the interface directly, just like with a static method in a class. So I have to write the name of the interface, and then there you can see I have access now to print it to system out, hello out, and then we can try to run the example, and you can see hello out comes out to system out. But this is a static method, and therefore the Lambda expression does not implement the static method. But it's not a problem for a Lambda expression to implement a method from an interface that has a static method. So to summarize, a Java Lambda expression can implement interfaces with a single unimplemented method, right? And that is also known as an abstract method. But as many default or static methods as you like. Such an interface is also called a functional interface, and that is the title of this video, by the way. That is why the title of the video is functional Java Lambda expressions, functional interfaces.